Hi there, it's Lori, and today my story is about what goes through some home designers' minds. So today I was babysitting, and of course, apparently, every time someone comes to the door at my daughter's house, my grandson asks if it's me, Ma, which is very cute. This morning, he was already at the kitchen table instead of running and greeting me because he needed snacks. He needed snacks immediately. You know, when you're two, immediately is not soon enough. It's sort of like my cats. If you've seen Missy, you know. But anyway, so that's how my morning started. And of course, my granddaughter was giving me hugs and cuddles, and we crocheted a little bit together today. It was really cute. She held the back of my hook, kind of. It was a straight metal hook. I don't see one at the moment. I think they're in a slightly different spot. So she was holding it back here, and then I was like moving the hook around and actually like showing her how to do a double crochet. And she says to me, "Oh, it has a pattern." She's 4. I'm like, "Yes, it does." I said, "And we're just about to change the pattern," because I then had to do two double crochets together. So I had to show her, and I showed her how they look different. But yeah, she's a smart one. Anyway, my daughter had said the electrician is coming by because there's a problem with the outlet in our floor. Okay, if any of you are going, an outlet in your floor? Oh, it's worse than that. There's an outlet in the floor in the dining room. Whose brilliant idea was that? Do you know how much stuff can end up in an outlet when it's anywhere near a dining table? Anyway, they had called their landlord because they rent this house from the people that were living in it for a very long time, and then job transfer. Anyway, so they were concerned because they heard it making some noises and it was doing some things. And so the electrician was coming out. Well, so that meant I was going to have to deal with the electrician. But my son-in-law's, he was working from home because that's what he's either traveling or he's working from home. Those are the two options. It just depends on the week. But his first meeting of the day, which is basically never canceled, happened to be canceled today. So he could deal with the electrician, which was great. My grandson was very excited about the big orange truck out in front. But the electrician came in and was talking about it and whatever, and then called the landlord to say, "Hey, these are the things that could be going on." I do not know what Lebowski's problem is. He has been yipping for the last 20 minutes. As soon as I finish recording this, I'm going to deal with him. I think he just separation anxiety or something, but he doesn't do this normally. I don't know what his problem is. Anyway, Lebowski is the dog. Just so I clarify that that's not a human I'm talking about. I wouldn't be just so dismissive. Not that I'm dismissing his whatever might be going on, because it's irregular behavior, so I need to pay attention. But anyway, so the electrician basically was like, you could even see in his face, who put this outlet here? Who would do that? Like, there's a wall, because there's an overhang. There's a wall about 3 inches away, so you could have just put it in the top of the side of the wall if you needed it. An outlet, an electrical outlet, under the dining table, basically. Anyway, so called the landlord, told the landlord what was going on. Obviously, my daughter and son-in-law had contacted the landlord first, but basically the consensus was seal off the outlet. There's no reason for that outlet to be there. Yes, and put some kind of, as much as you can, waterproof, like detach the electrical, do whatever you need to do. Make that safe. Because my daughter was so like, this is a fire hazard. This is just not good. So, yeah. To whomever designed that, there you go. Please check yourself if you designed that to put the outlet in the floor in a dining area. An outlet on the floor is weird. But other places in the house, maybe it wouldn't seem so weird. This bizarre. Anyway, so my daughter and son-in-law literally never used the outlet anyway because they were like nervous about it. Okay, so what I want to talk about after my little rant there is this book I got. So I want to start with I Bring It Every Day. Kelly was talking about some knitting books. Well, when I went down that rabbit trail, and I have 3 more books coming, I came across, and I've heard of this book, the Crochet Stitch Bible. So I got this from a place called Isle, ISLE, of books. But it's through abebooks.com. You can get used and new books through them. And so, I mean, I kind of think it was because, like, that's Isle, like island of books, but I think they missed an opportunity spelling it AISLE because, like, Isle, like when you're in a library, right? Which aisle is that book in? But that's just my opinion. I mean, Island of Books sounds pretty cool too. So I'm very excited about this book. Some things I wanted to point out about this book that won't be showing any patterns or anything is you've got the table of contents. It's kind of categorized there. It literally teaches you with every pattern along the side. Let me see how I can show you this. Yeah, right there. It's showing you the symbols for the chart symbols. Everyone has written words as well as the chart symbols. I'm hoping this really helps me to actually finally learn it. And then it has, of course, a glossary so you can find a stitch if you know the name. Now, I did not have a crocodile stitch. I was looking for that. It has several Tunisian stitches in it, but MDL Crochet has a lot more Tunisian stitch patterns than that book does. But again, it's a crochet Bible. Tunisian's it is Tunisian crochet, but Tunisian to me is its own thing. Maybe there's a Tunisian stitch Bible. I don't know. I doubt it. I call MDL Michael my Tunisian stitch Bible. As far as I'm concerned, that's what's going on there. That's who I recommend going to learn from. So I'm very excited about this book, but I have more books coming. When they come, I will show you. If you're interested in this book, I will make sure there's some kind of link below. Again, I don't remember how much I paid for this one. Let's see if it says. No, it just says what it was. This came so fast. The other ones had no chance of beating this book here. This came from Montana, but and I'm in Colorado. But this was shipped out like it feels like within hours. Okay, that was fun. Anyway, I seriously do not know what's going on with them. I think I need to block them from being able to come upstairs. He's seeing something out the window or something. Anyway, Abe Books is a great place to get used books, but you might check out this Isle, ISLE, of books that's in Montana. Bozeman, Montana. I believe Bozeman's where the university is. But in one of my son-in-law's family. I think they're in Bozeman. Anyway, check them out. There will be a link. And then when those other books get here, I will happily share. But it's very affordable, and generally you're either buying from bookstores or you're buying from people who have a lot of books that they're then selling off their books. I think my stepmom did that. It's a way you can get textbooks too, if any of you are in that situation. Obviously, Abe Books is an American company. I don't know about other countries. I'm sorry. That's one of the resources I would always give my students for my AP Stats class because they had to purchase their own book. But I had like 4. Half.com is another place you can get used books. Amazon, of course, but I think the ones I listed, half.com might be actually a subcategory of Amazon, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's weird to think Amazon started with book sales, right? That's where they started. But Abe Books, half.com, and there's another one I used all the time. Started with a C. Anyway, if I think of it, I'll put it down below. If you're in the market for books, physical books. Audiobooks, well, that's a different adventure altogether. Obviously, you can check books out from your library, but I'm very excited to be able to have this, and I like the binding too. Again, I need to go to a page it talks about the stitch diagrams, but I like this. Okay, so I want to try this cake of Temu yarn just to see what it's like. I'm using a G+, which is a 4.8 Is that a 4.25 or 4.5? I don't know. With furls, sometimes their sizes are different. It is stranded. Not like stranded on a desert island, but you can see I need to do my nails. Expect a live soon. Random live in the middle of the day. Okay, so I'm going to do a slip knot. I'm just going to see how I feel about this. Because Linda, as Crochet Channel, Linda said that she probably would use a bead to feed it through. So far, so good. And I am center pulling. My stitches are not consistent. I want you to see how not consistent those are. Not great, but all right. Okay, now I'm going to do the Solomon's knot just for the fun of it. The one, what I did, see, that was kind of weird how that worked, but how the Solomon's knot works. My friend Becky, Crochet by Becky, Becky Donette on YouTube. So you do a chain one like normal. Then you kind of hold a space, and then you pull that through. But then you're going to do right here, you're going to do a single crochet. And that's how you get the link for Solomon's knot. And then you pull it up whatever size you want. And then, yeah, this isn't so awful. I was really worried about these strands, but it's all right. I mean, this would be beautiful in that shell pattern, right? From my friend Vicky. So you're going basically in the back loop of that chain. You're pulling a loop through, yarning over, and pulling through both loops, and so you're making a single crochet there. See, I haven't worked in it in a line, but so you try to get it consistent. So what I'm doing is I'm kind of putting my thumb against the hook and against the single crochet, and then through that back hook. Anyway, didn't expect this to be a Solomon's knot tutorial, but there you go. Or the love knot is all it is also called. So, and I learned from Becky. I watched so many tutorials, it's not even funny. That's the first time I even saw like some issue with this. I bet an outer pull would be a whole different experience, but I'm really liking the way this feels. Now this is one of the kicks that's 100% acrylic. But yeah, there we go. I do like it. I like the way it feels. It's not like Menagerie where it feels like cotton in that way, which is also 100% acrylic, but it does have a almost cotton blend feel to it. It's interesting. All right. I will see you in a moment to say goodbye. Hi there. And there's my overhead camera. We don't need to see that. I'm getting ready for the Mima potato head part. It cut me off, the camera. I don't know why it does it sometimes. It's so inconsistent. Sometimes it does everything perfectly, and other times it does that. What I was saying about the binding is that this type of binding, you don't have to worry about any of this breaking or cracking. Whereas if it's a straight binding, you sometimes do. So that's what I was saying about that. So thanks for coming in. Can I get an amen? Hugs from me, Mom Potato Head. Hugs from me, whatever kind of hug you need. I leaned the wrong way. There you go. Even if it's a prickly pear hug, that's a type of cactus. And remember, you matter. Kindness matters. And I hope to see you again. Bye.